Welcome to the Glass Bowl in Toledo, Ohio, and home to the Toledo Rockets. And the Bears will kick it away first. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Toledo's offense will get the first crack at it here. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. And I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing. Proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. And the Rockets lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
Man, this is a defense that prides themselves on stopping the run, and that is a huge statement on their opponent's opening drive of the game. 3rd and short, they don't just get a stop. They get a tackle for loss. That sends a very clear message that they're going to be the more physical side today.
So the Baylor Bears offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Running back looking for the end zone to the left. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
All right, nice job, defense. Backs against the wall. You did your job setting up 4th down. Just be careful, though, because this is a team that's shown they can fake field goals. Your guys have to be alert.
And this one sails through just inside that left upright. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
The interesting thing about these RPOs is it takes a lot of communication. The quarterback sticks it in the belly of the running back, and the running back doesn't know if he's going to take it or not. And you could tell, took the football, got north-south, got upfield, got a great positive gain and a positive play for this offense.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
And he had to go a long way to reel that ball in. He started off way on the right, crossed the entire defense, made the catch on the other side of the field. There's an example of how this offense can really attack every corner of the football field.
They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a 1st down. The Rockets come to the line with a new set of downs. Fires to the big fella. Breaks into the open. He'll go out of bounds right at the 23-yard line.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he add the answer to the test right there.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rockets.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Looking for blockers. And the ball is loose on the return. The kicking team's got it, and they take the ball right back. Toledo has the ball. Here comes the offense. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. This offense has it with really good field position. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fakes to grab. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Out of the gun to give to the back. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Toledo.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go downfield. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They might be feeling a little heat here as they've fallen into a 14-3 hole early. Hand off from the shotgun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. They go to the wide receiver screen. Pick up of 5. It'll be 3rd down and 5.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
The Bears will punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Hauls it in and looking upfield. A little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The Rockets offense is back on the field. They've come out red hot already with a 14-3 lead. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. With the catch, it's Dingle. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. That's the end of the period, and it's Toledo holding the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. They'll go to the ground. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll put in play from the 41 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. And the Rockets with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Single back formation, and they give it to it. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31. The Rockets come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Trying play action. Bought a little time, lets it go. Grabbed over the middle. It's Owens. He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. And the Rockets look to keep this drive humming. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. That's caught. It's Wheeler. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
This offense has become a first down machine, and that is so demoralizing for the defense, especially for those star players that are playing.
Intercepted to stop the threat. Ripping through the defense. Stopped at the 12-yard line, and he wanted that pick six. He'll have to settle for setting up his offense. Toss to the outside. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Bears moving quickly to the line.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Well, that was the guy the quarterback wanted to go to right from the jump, but a better job by the defense in coverage forcing the incomplete.
Going to have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17. Guys, let's see what Toledo can get done on offense this time. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win in David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Extending the play. He's got it and still on his feet. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. The Rockets line it up with a 1st and goal. Using the quick game. Touchdown, Rockets! And they take it in for 6 more points. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
From the gun, the running back has it. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more meaningful.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The Bears will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Let's see what he can do with it. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Makes the catch. It's Owens. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. And the Rockets in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Off the play fake. The quick out. There he goes. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Sometimes your tight end's a safety valve, and sometimes he's your go-to receiver.
And the offense knew right away it was the primary target. It was where he was going with the football, because you know you get a little bit of suck up from those linebackers with the play action, and you feed the big fella.
Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. He found his man and zipped it in there, and they've got a first down in the red zone at the 11. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Rockets have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. And the completion to the sideline, a solid pickup, but not enough for the first down. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. It's complete to the right. Touchdown, Toledo! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll return it. Delivers the stiff arm. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Got his man to the left. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. Let's go! Let's go! Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got his man downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. He's taking the shot. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. And it slips just inside that right upright. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Toledo. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the glass bowl.
Toledo has the ball. Here comes the offense. The last time they had it, just an aerial assault. Precision execution, moved right down the field and put it in the end zone. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. And a potentially touchdown-saving tackle made there after the long completion. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. Handoff to the single running back. Stop just inside the 25. Will mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down. And the Rockets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Floating away. He'll pull it down and run. His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain. Got to pick up a few to move the sticks here on 3rd down from their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. He splits the uprights. But now there's a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that's about. This could turn out to be a huge penalty. Thought they were going to have to settle for 3, and now the offense back on the field with a chance for more. So it's 1st and 10 after that costly defensive penalty on 4th down. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Offense trying to go push pass on 1st down on the goal line, but the defense, tremendous surge up front. They get penetration, and they get the tackle for loss.
And they'll knock him down for a 5-yard loss. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Quarterback adapting. Turning, headed to the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Rockets.
And that's the hardest part about playing a mobile quarterback. It's not the first play. The first play was a pass. It's the second play where he decides to pull it down, Jesse, becomes a running back, and makes something happen.
You're right, David. That's why so many coaching staffs now are trying to recruit dual-threat athletes at quarterback because of situations just like that. Down in the red zone, nobody open. You're not just going to throw it away and be okay kicking a field goal. You're taking off, and you're going to capitalize with a touchdown.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's Hills. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. And the Bears have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Working that wide receiver screen. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Holding on the defense is just a gift to the offense with the automatic 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The Bears trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play.
This is one of the reasons I love this linebacker. He is an outstanding pass rusher. He's got speed, he's got quickness and agility to avoid the offensive linemen, running backs, and tight ends on his way to the quarterback.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Takes a hit as he fires. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Bears decide to punt it away. Slips through the line. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Rockets offense is back on the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience of this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make the play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Finds his man down the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. It's caught downfield. And tight coverage right there, but he makes the grab, and they've got it on the 11 and a red zone chance. The Rockets are marching down the field.
Here we go. Ready.
Wants to throw again. Hauls it in. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. Heftiness coming out on the goal line. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. Back to pass. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Toledo. Quick strike through the air for the score. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
And honestly, complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory. Oh, he's got some space. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. The Bears can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Gets it out fast. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the...
Makes the grab on the right. Finds some room. Touchdown, Bears! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Guys, let's see what Toledo can get done on offense this time. They'll leave it with the lone back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Finds a soft spot in the middle. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
Trying to escape and get it himself. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, can scramble, and can get forward.
Breaks into the open. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. And the Rockets will snap it on 1st and 10. On the out. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. The Rockets pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned.
So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And he through one tackle and picks up a few.
Yeah, and that's a great job by this offense. And I'll tell you what, 4th quarter, you have the lead. That's exactly what you want to do. Lean on these guys, run the football, eat that clock.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
They needed only 1 yard. Good job by the offensive line, getting just enough push to keep this drive alive.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Finds his tight end. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. The play action fake. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the 4th quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
And how good does that feel, right? You've got the lead in the 4th quarter. The defense knows you're going to try to run the ball to ice the game, and you rip off an 8-yard run. They know it's coming, and they still can't stop it.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Catch in the middle. It's Owens. And they score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blocker. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. After this, it'll be a wrap. to the air on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. And that pass will be incomplete, and time has run out on this game. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible now.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know